What's up everyone? What is happening in the crypto markets right now? We have a bit of a dump and I want to share with you what my strategies are doing because as you know on this channel, we don't do emotions, we don't do opinions, and we don't do chart patterns. We do algorithms and mathematics. So what are my strategies doing on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and also on altcoins? And when we talk about altcoins, I want to share with you buy signals for altcoins and also sell signals for altcoins. But are there any buy signals right now, or are the strategies only selling to protect the downside at the current market conditions? You have to watch the video until the end to find out. So let's start with Bitcoin and check what is happening. Am I still invested? What are the three strategies doing that I'm using? As always, make sure to massage that like button if you hear anything interesting in this video. Also consider subscribing if you're here for the first time because I'm sharing my trading signals from my trading strategies every week. And if you want those signals faster, then make sure to join my Telegram group. Link is down below, and also to follow me on Twitter because this is very time sensitive information. All right, now let's check the trading signals for Bitcoin and also what am I personally doing right now. Did anything change from my last week's video? And as always, this is not financial advice. You have to still do your own research. What is happening with Bitcoin right now? I want to start with my bot 1 strategy. This is the momentum strategy. And these are the KPIs for the strategy since 2018. If you're new around here, I will show this every time just to make sure I capture all the new people that are watching my videos. This strategy has been invested for quite some time. It has been buying down here 17, 18 of October and sold over here for 129% profit. Actually, we can check exactly what the profit was, 128, and it sold on the 17th of March, as you can see that here. So now the strategy is not invested because the momentum is actually negative, even if there was a little bit of upside. But as you can see, it is breaking down and the strategy cannot see the future, but it somehow predicted that this will be a weak part of the market. And in cases like this, it's better to be out of the market because the probability is lower that the trend will continue if the trend following strategy says that the trend is over, right? So I took my profits out and I'm now waiting for the next signal. Also, who am I to contradict these performance numbers that this strategy had since 2018? Let's move to the next strategy, and this one is bot 2 fast. Why it's called like that is because it's a trend following strategy that makes decisions fast, meaning that it will react to the market faster than the other strategy that makes decisions slowly, which we're going to look at as well. And this strategy is not invested right now. Very similar reason, because the trend is not our friend right now. The trend is breaking down and it's better to be out of the market to protect your capital. Now the KPIs of this strategy are down here. The difference between this strategy and the other one is that it has a lower drawdown, meaning that it has less risk and it wins more of its trades. We are at 70% profitable trades. That's very nice. But other than that, basically, it is also not invested. It made great profit in the past, as you can see here as well. It made 40% and 42%. These are the last two trades, one from here to here and the other one from here to here roughly. And before that also it made awesome decisions. So I will basically trust it. So what is happening for me is that I have allocated capital to each of these strategies, and 2 of the 3 strategies I'm using have sold Bitcoin. So I have done the same. So which strategy is still invested and when can we expect it to sell Bitcoin? The strategy that is still invested in Bitcoin right now is bot 2 slow because it makes decisions slower. So it is still in the market. Sometimes that is a good thing. And right now this strategy is still invested and is in profit about 123%. And it would only sell when the price dips below this line and a few other indicators also are aligned. And it has to be below this line for a couple of days. And so if that's not happening, then this strategy will remain invested. Sometimes that is a good thing because it can ride the trend if it is continuing, of course. The risk of this strategy is a little bit higher with 17, let's say 18% compared to 15% with the other fast moving strategy. So keep that in mind as well. And basically that's why I have still 1/3 of my Bitcoin allocation invested in the market. So if the trend continues, I will definitely have this position in there, but I will also buy back in when the other 2 strategies give a signal. Instead of feeling insecure about what is happening in the markets right now, I simply look at the strategy signals and do exactly what they're saying. I mean, you do your thing, I do my thing, but this has worked very well for me, which is also why I'm sharing this with you. So you have a different kind of market interpretation compared to everyone else who is showing you chart patterns and their own opinion about what's going to happen. Instead, I'm not giving you my opinion at all. I'm just telling you exactly what my strategies are doing, and you can choose to do what you think is best. Let's move over to Ethereum. And if you are a returning viewer, then you know that only on Bitcoin, I'm using all of the three strategies that I was showing before. On any other altcoin, I'm using only one strategy, which is the best one for each asset, simply by testing them and checking the backtest. Simple stuff, right? Makes my life much easier. And on Ethereum, it is bot2 fast, which performs best on Ethereum. As you can see here, these are the historic metrics. I'm not going to read them out loud every week. It's quite boring for the returning viewers, but you can pause the video and you can check out the numbers yourself. Now, what happened on Ethereum recently or since last week? Well, nothing much other than that the trend is actually weaker than before. We are still not back in the market. We have sold Ethereum over here. We made a profit of about, let me check here, 33%. And the breakdown from the top here was very, very violent, which means that the strategy has sold to protect the portfolio, right? And right now there is no buy signal inside. It might still take a week or so for this strategy to buy back in. I've checked the indicators in the background and they are still not yet aligned in any shape or form. So Ethereum is quite weak and I'm not going to invest back in until there is a buy signal, because the buy signal simply increases the probability of making a profit, and that's what I want to do, right? So Ethereum quite weak. I'm looking forward to the next week's video actually, because until then all of this should have played out, and I'm quite excited to see how it has played out, because we can see two things, right? We can see a breakdown to this level here, which would be minus 21%, or we can see a sideways movement, or we can see a double top even, or at least a try of that. But again, we don't know what's going to happen. So I'm just reacting to the market with these strategies. And that gives the best probability of success. So I wouldn't buy back into Ethereum right now. I think it's quite a weak trend. There is no trend at all. It's sideways since the sell event here. And if you want to be up to date with the sell signals, then definitely make sure to come into my Telegram group. We have one for altcoins and we have one for Bitcoin. And also follow me on Twitter. Speaking of sell signals, let's now look at some altcoins that had sell signals in the recent week. And first of all, we have FET, for which we use bot1 because it performs the best on this asset, as you can see on the numbers below. We had actually a buy signal in the last week, but also we had a sell signal again. So the strategy lost 11% in this trade. Actually, let's check exactly how much it lost. It lost 11.89. because it thought the trend will continue up, but it didn't do that. So sometimes that happens, but also sometimes this happens. 299% profit. So I will continue following the strategy for FET, and I hope that the next signal would be a positive one. But make sure why I'm telling you this is that there is a sell signal for FET. If you're holding FET, the probability of a downside is higher than for the upside. The next coin you should know about that has a sell signal is IMX with bot1 as well. As you can see, IMX is quite a hardcore chart because mostly it went down, then it went sideways, then it went down again, and then finally it had a good trend which the bot could actually exploit for about 517% profit. But there was a sell signal that you need to know about, and that's why I'm sharing this with you right now. So make sure if you have IMX that you manage your risk. The next coin you need to know about is Nosana, NOS. And this one has been recommended by one of my members. And yes, it had a great upside here. As you can see, bot2 fast has created 24,000% on this coin, but only one trade, right? Because the coin is quite new and it was basically just pure downside before that. Now, just quickly, how cool is that this strategy has protected anyone who has used it from actually losing money here, because there was no buy signal whatsoever in the downtrend, but then the buy signal came right perfectly here, and then the people made this massive amount of profit. In any case, if you are holding Nosana, you have to know that the trend is most likely going to go down. It's a game of probabilities, and this chart doesn't look good right now. So take care of that. Okay, Michael, but are there any buy signals for coins that I can get into right now? Well, no. Okay, the market doesn't look good right now. Either we are still invested in some coins, which I will show you in a minute, or there are simply only sell signals in the market right now. So I'm not buying any coin again without a signal. That's what I do. You do you, I do me. If there is a buy signal for a coin, I will let you know on my Telegram and also on Twitter, so you can decide for yourself, or you simply subscribe to this channel and you're gonna get the video next week of what sell and buy signals I got with my strategies on the coins that I care about. Of course, I'm not tracking all the market. I'm tracking the coins that I really care about, but those are the most important ones, either the big cap ones or the ones that are trending right now. Currently, my strategies are still invested in Beam, Near, Gala, Jupiter, and in Bitcoin with 1/3 of my portfolio because bot2slow is still invested. Alright, this is my weekly crypto trading signals update for you. Make sure to stay subscribed, hit the bell, follow me on Twitter, come to my Telegram groups so you don't miss out on any of these time-sensitive trading signals. Again, this is not financial advice. You still have to do your research. If you care about trading strategies, then make sure to watch all of my trading videos because you will definitely learn something that will change your performance. And I see you in the next video. Cheers.